Hello guys, this is Trilok. I'm a dietitian. Today let's talk about hypertension and the heart. High blood pressure is silent, but its damage is structural. Once fibrosis develops, it cannot simply be reversed. Globally, more than 1.2 billion adults live with hypertension. Nearly half of them are unaware they have it. And hypertension is responsible for more than 10 million deaths every year worldwide. While several heart-related problems can develop due to long-standing high blood pressure, here are the three most common and important ones: left ventricular hypertrophy, diastolic heart failure, coronary artery disease. But before we talk about damage, let's first understand how the heart adapts under healthy stress. In intense endurance sports like marathon running, cycling, or triathlon, cardiac output can increase from about 5 liters per minute at rest to 20 to 25 liters per minute during peak effort. This is called volume overload. During peak effort, systolic blood pressure may temporarily rise to 180 to 220 millimeters of mercury. But this increase in cardiac output and blood pressure is temporary. It occurs only during intense activity. Importantly, this happens in a low resistance system. The blood vessels are dilated, not narrowed. And this stress occurs in a healthy vascular environment. The endothelium functions normally, nitric oxide production is intact, and the arteries respond efficiently to increased blood flow. The heart is stressed during endurance training, but during rest, it recovers fully. Over a period of time, the pumping chamber enlarges slightly, the heart muscle wall thickens mildly, and in many cases, the overall function is even improved. That's why professional athletes often have a lower resting heart rate, yet their heart pumps efficiently and powerfully. But hypertension is completely different. In hypertension, the heart has to pump against chronically elevated resistance. Because the arteries are stiff, narrowed, the endothelium is damaged, and nitric oxide production is reduced. This creates what we call pressure overload. Unlike an athlete, where the stress is temporary and the blood vessels are flexible, hypertension keeps the heart working against resistance day after day, year after year. There is no relief from the pressure load. Over time, the heart responds by thickening its muscle walls. But unlike athletic adaptation, the chamber does not enlarge properly. Instead, the walls become thick and stiff, and fibrosis begins to develop. The heart gradually loses its flexibility. This pattern of abnormal thickening is called concentric hypertrophy. And when this happens, specifically in the main pumping chamber, the left ventricle, it is called left ventricular hypertrophy. This is often the earliest structural damage caused by hypertension. If uncontrolled, it can eventually progress to heart failure, coronary artery disease, and other serious cardiac complications. And the evidence for this is substantial. Large population studies, such as the Framingham Heart Study, has shown that individuals with long-standing hypertension are significantly more likely to develop left ventricular hypertrophy and heart failure. Studies show that even a persistent rise of 20 millimeters of mercury systolic or 10 millimeters of mercury diastolic blood pressure doubles the risk of cardiovascular death. This is not a minor elevation. It is ongoing damage to the heart muscle. The important thing to understand is this: the damage does not happen overnight. It develops silently over years. The good news is that hypertension is highly modifiable. In my previous videos, I have explained what causes arterial stiffness, which blood tests to check, which foods improve nitric oxide production and lower blood pressure naturally. I'll link those below so you understand the full picture. Blood pressure is not just a number on a machine. It is mechanical stress on your heart every single day. So the earlier you control it, the more you protect your heart. Because what begins as adaptation can end as irreversible damage. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching Nutritional Perspective. I'll see you in the next video.